Back at my house, I'm greeted by the blinking light on my answering machine.
留守電なんて珍しいな。相手は、やっぱりあんたか、キレ。
I already know what he's going to say, but he'll be scary later if I don't listen. When I press the play button, I hear a familiar voice.
私だ。分かっていると思うが、期限は明日までだぞ、リン。あまり悠長に構えられては困る。残る席はあと2つだ。早々にマスターを揃えねばならん。
This priest showed no mercy as he gets right to the point.
マスターの権利を放棄するというのなら、今日中に連絡しろ。予備の魔術師を派遣するにも、
I'm sure you will. Liar, someone like you would be able to arrange a substitute in no
お前
time.
にはすでに0時の兆しが現れているのだ。さっさとサーバントを召喚し、0時を開け。もっとも、聖杯戦争に参加しないというのならば話は別だ。命が惜しいのなら、早々に教会に駆け込むがいい。
How about no? The message ends there. His words are concise. He's telling me that if I am to fight, I should get ready by today, and if I'm not going to fight, I'm an eyesore and should just retire quickly.
言われなくても分かってるわよ。
Well, it can't be helped. Today is as late as the deadline can be extended. Fortunately, I was able to decode Father's will last night. My preparations are ready. All that remains is, yes, obtaining the qualifications to enter this fight.
聖杯戦争。たった一つきりの聖杯を奪い合う殺し合い。何百年も前から伝わってきた聖杯の儀式か。
The Magi who participate in the Holy Grail War are called Masters. This is not so much a rank, rather it indicates one who is in control. The requirements to enter the Holy Grail War, that is to summon a familiar called a servant and to form a contract with it. No matter how great a magus a person is, one is not considered a master until he has a servant under him. Servants are beings very different from normal familiars. The methods of summoning and controlling them are different as well. A magus planning to enter the Holy Grail War usually prepares a catalyst to summon a servant,
ほん
but
と、父さんもセイバーにゆかりのものを残してくれればよかったのに。
I don't have anything with any connection. I can summon a servant. If I wanted to, I could summon one right now and form a contract with it. The town's sacred ground is under our jurisdiction. As the daughter of the Tosaka family, which has protected this town through the generations, I will not lose to Maggie from elsewhere. But that said, I guess you can't go out to sea without a compass, or perhaps I should say things are completely
サーバン
unplanned.
トはシンボルによって引き寄せられる。強力なサーバントを呼び出したいのなら、そのサーバントにゆかりのあるものが必要不可欠なのだ。か。
In other words, a sword, armor, talisman, bone of that servant, or something like that. Something valuable beyond belief.
父さんの遺言に期待してたんだけどな。これはこれでものすごい切り札なんだけど。
The pendant I found last night in the basement is one of the best artifacts in its class. It's great in its own way. It's great, but it won't help me to summon my servant.
いいわよ。そんなものに頼らなくたってなんとかなるわ。そもそも私以外にセーバーを扱えるマスターなんているはずないし。
That's a lot. That's arrogant of you. Alright, I've decided. I don't want to make Kire complain anymore by postponing it any longer, and it's not like me to wait until the last second. It'll come down to just trying it. I'll face the summoning tonight with full power and obtain Saber by force. late at night. The clock is about to strike 2. This is the best time frame for my magical energy. The peak of my magical energy is at exactly 2 in the morning. Since this will be my first and last chance, I can't afford any mistakes.
消去の中に大挙。大挙の陣を4つ刻んで、召喚の陣で囲むと。
I engraved the circle onto the floor of the basement. You don't need a large-scale summoning to summon the servant. Servants are called forth by the Holy Grail, as the Master's priority is to keep the servant in this world and to supply them with enough magical energy to substantiate. The Holy Grail takes care of the summoning.
Sony, 銀と鉄。礎に石と契約の対抗。ソニは我が大使、シュバインオーグ。降り立つ風には壁を。四方の門は閉じ、王冠よりに出。王国に至る三サロは循環せよ。
Still, I continue with the greatest concentration. I draw the magic circle normally written in blood with my melted jewels. I'm using half the jewels I've saved up so I can't fail for financial reasons too.
満たせ、満たせ、満たせ、満たせ、満たせ。繰り返し都度に5度。ただ、満たされる時を破却する。
It's almost 2 in the morning. Completing a magic circle passed down through the Tosaka family, I faced it with all my power. I flipped the formless switch inside me. I feel a sensation as if the contents of my body are being exchanged. The usual nerve invert into circuits transmitting magical energy. From this point, Rin Tosaka is not human. I shall become a part of the tool that attains mystic power. I am melting from my fingertips. Whoa. No, I am being filled from my fingertips. The mana I am taking in is so concentrated that the original senses of my body are being repeated. So being filled is the same as being destroyed. The power that fills me is pure magical energy from the air. It is absorbed by my body, which has become a circuit and transformed into a different form of magical energy. The body of a magus is nothing more than a circuit to connect the spiritual and the real. We call the result of this the many mystic occurrences it has made real magic. My body is burning hot. An illusion of myself growing horns. An illusion of wings growing out of my back. An illusion of scales forming on my hands. A sensation of being in water. I start to sweat. Stab, stab. Swords are driven into my body. This is the pain caused by my human body rejecting itself as the magic circuit. No matter how great a magus you are, a human is a human. This pain will resort as long as people use magic in a human body. But I do not loosen my circulation. At the end of this pain, on the verge of elimination, lies the place of connection. A pain running through my left arm. The magic crest starts up on its own to help me, and as a result, violates my nerves even more. The harvested mana in my blood. If That is burning iron. And then the magic crest itself is like a nerve made of thorns. It runs through my body like a centipede with fangs. I lose myself within that pain. And at the same time, I feel that I have reached my goal. My overlay sensitive hearing keeps recognizing the sound of the clock in the living room. 10 more seconds until 2 in the morning. The power within me is perfect and flawless. Let's start. I take the mana I've absorbed and turned it into fixed magical energy. And now, I have only to empty out the mana within me to move the engine called the summoning circle.
汝の身は我が元に、我が命運は汝の権威。聖杯のウルベに従い、この断りに従うならば答えよ。
My vision closes. The fifth element said to be unperceivable by human eyes is before me. So in fear of being broken by it, vision shuts itself down.
誓いよここに。我は常世すべての善となるもの。我は常世すべての悪を敷くもの。汝三代の言霊をまとう七手を。抑止の輪より来たれ。天輪の守り手よ。
Perfect. It's so perfect. I feel like I'm tugging on a whale with a fishing rod. Perfect. I've drawn the strongest card for sure. Geez, I can't wait for my vision to return. My vision should recover in a matter of seconds, and there will be the summoned servant right in front of me. Nothing?
Hi?
Nothing is nothing. There is no change. I've raged out that much ether and nothing has formed. And on top of that, I hear an explosion from the living room. I run. I keep running without thinking. I run up the basement stairs and into the living room. The living room door is crooked. There's no point in turning the handle. The door doesn't open even as I push and pull it. With that crash, I kicked through the door into the living room. And the instant I walk into the living room, I understand everything. The living room is in a big mess. It's full of rubble that must have fallen from the ceiling, and there's one man sitting on it cockily. Without a doubt, this is the cause of this mess. But there's one thing more important than that. The wall clock is still ticking away time, having escaped destruction. That reminds me. Yes, that's right. Come to think of it, every clock in my house was an hour early today for some reason. In other words, it's 1 in the morning right now. There's actually one more hour until my magical energy is at its peak. I can do most things just like everyone else, but I have one hereditary curse. That is to make the biggest mistake at the most important times.
やっちゃったことは仕方ない。反省。
I am mad at my own stupidity. Still irritated I glare at the man sitting there like he's
それで、
important.
あんた何？
開口一番それか。これはまた、とんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
The man in red gives an exaggerated shrug. Maybe I'm the most unlucky of all, he adds. I do declare, this man has a twisted personality. But this would be the servant. Since they call it familiar, I thought it was something shapeless, but this is human-like. No, that's wrong. Just standing here, I can tell this thing has outrageous amounts of magical energy. Don't be fooled by its appearance. This is certainly an existence far beyond human, a ghost that has reached the level of spirits as a human. I can't be overwhelmed forever. That thing is mine. So I'll have to change my thinking from now on.
確認するけど、あなたは私のサーバントで間違いない？
それはこちらが聞きたいな。君こそ、私のマスターなのか？ここまで乱暴な召喚は初めてでね。正直、状況がつかめない。
私だって初めてよ。そういう質問は却下するわ。
そうか。だが、私が召喚された時に、君は目の前にいなかった。これはどういうことなのか、説明してくれ。
She tried to summon you in a basement and you ended up falling from the ceiling.
本気？ひな鳥じゃあるまいし、目を開けた時にしか主を決められないなんて冗談はやめてよね。
The unknown servant frowns. It's a rather vague response and I cannot tell if he's angry at my complaint or impressed at how correct
まあ
I
いい
am.
わ。私が聞いているのはね、あなたが他の誰でもない、この私のサーバントかってことだけよ。それをはっきりさせない以上、他の質問に答える義務はないわ。
The thing is, you asked this question and you should feel a link between you and him. I actually never understood this question because I was like, if you two are connected, shouldn't the magical link be there for you to actually feel between you and your servant? But all the damn time, they always ask, like, are you my master? Like, this, like, the fucking link isn't even registered in their heads.
召喚に失敗しておいてそれか。この場合、他に色々と言うべきことがあると思うのだが。
I wouldn't say she failed, though.
そんなのないわよ。主従関係は一番初めにはっきりさせておくべきものだもの。
Obviously, you are Rin. The servant raises his brow. Perhaps because it was an imperfect summoning, this guy isn't even trying to hide his dissatisfaction with me.
主従関係ははっきりさせておくか。やることは失点だらけだが、口だけは達者らしい。
Yeah, yeah.
確かにその意見には賛成だ。どちらが強者で、どちらが弱者なのか、明確にしておかなければ、お互いやりづらかろう。
Has nothing to do with who is stronger and who is weaker. The servant looks at me meaningfully as he lays on the rubble.
どちらが弱者かですって？
ああ、私もサーバントだ。呼ばれたからには主従関係を認めるさ。どちらがより優れたものか、共に戦うにふさわしい相手かを測るのは別になる。さて、その件でいくと、君は私のマスターにふさわしい魔術師なのかな？お嬢さん。
The servant grins. He smashes my house and that attitude like he's king makes me angry enough. But now he's asking me if I'm worthy to be a
あな
master.
たの意見なんて聞いてないわ。私が聞いているのは、あなたが私のサーバントかどうかってことだけよ。
This ridiculous relationship. I glare at him. I would not lose to someone who looks down on me this frankly.
なるほど、なるほど。そんな当たり前のことは答えるまでもないと。実に勇ましい。いや、気概だけなら立派なマスターだが。
だから、順番を間違えるなっていうの。
Okay, here we go.
一番初めに確認するのは召喚者の務めよ。さあ、答えなさい。あなたは私のサーバントなのね。
I step forward ready to attack depending on his answer.
強情なお嬢さんだ。これでは話が進まんな。
You're one to talk.
仕方あるまい。仮に私が君のサーバントだとしよう。で、その場合、君が私のマスターなのか？いやまあ、あくまで仮の話だが。
Can you two just answer the questions and stop being stupid?
当たり前じゃない。あなたが私に呼ばれたサーバントなら、あなたのマスターは私以外に誰がいるっていうのよ。
What the? I somehow cool my boiling head and glare at this rude guy.
そうか。まあ仮の話なんだが、とりあえずそうだとしよう。それで、君が私のマスターである証は、どこにある？
Are you smashing into her house? The servant talks nonsense grinning. He must think I'm panicked about this proof of master thing.
ここよ。あなたのマスターである証ってこれでしょ？
Right. The command seals. I show him the command spell on the back of my right hand. Heh. Don't think I don't know anything. My father talked about a lot. I talked a lot about Master Stone. I know about the command spell. Yeah, the command spell should have instantly told them, so introduction should have been a lot cleaner. But these two are hot hits.
納得いった？これでもまだ文句を言うの？
I thrust before him the proof that I am a master. The servant in the rubble looks confused. Then,
まあ言ったな。本気で言ってるのか、お嬢さん。
his face clouds with discontent.
本気かってなんでよ？
その考えがだ。霊樹があればマスターなのか？霊樹など、サーバントを利する道具に過ぎないだろう。
No, it should be the link. Okay,
ま
never
った
mind.
く、そんな形だけのものでマスターブルとはな。
You act like a master just because of that. Like literally, that's the point. You know what? Never mind.
私が見たかったのは、君が忠誠を振るうにふさわしい人物かどうかだったのだが。
Well, you should have led with that, dumbass. That's true, but you normally think of the command spell when talking about the proof that one's a master. No, the command spell should be like the thing that should instantly recognize you as the summons master, but I guess core values is what he's looking for.
何よ。それじゃあ私はマスター失格？
そう願いたいが、そうはいくまい。霊樹がある以上、私の召喚者は君のようだ。信じがたいが、君は本当に私のマスターらしいな。
The you know what? He gives an exaggerated shrug of his shoulders. This is bad. My boiling point is so low, it seems I won't be able to cool down in
全くもっ
time.
て不満だが、認めよう。とりあえず、君は私のマスターだ。だが、私にも条件がある。私は今後、君の言い分には従わない。戦闘方針は私が決めるし、君はそれに従って行動する。
Dude, you talking to the wrong person, because she has a boiling point.
これが最大の譲歩だ。それで構わないな、お嬢さん。
I think this is it, father. I'm almost at my limit.
そう。不満だけど認めるくせに、私の意見には取り合わないってどういうことかしら。
I asked him in a trembling voice, just in case. Whoops. There's the issue of the command spells too, so this is my last warning. The biggest compromise I can make. Wait. End to that. Wait. Okay. End to that.
ああ、形の上だけはな。故に、形式上は君に従ってやる。だが、戦うのは私自身だ。君はこの家の地下にでも隠れて、聖杯戦争が終わるまでじっとしていればいい。
Like I said, he's talking to the wrong one.
それなら、未熟な君でも、命だけは助かるだろう。
He tells me he has no hope for me with eyes full of disdain.
怒ったのか？いや、もちろん君の立場は尊重するよ。私は、 マスターを勝利させるために呼ばれたものだからな。私の勝利は君のものだし、戦いで得たものは全て君にくれてやる。それなら文句はなかろう。どうせ君にレイジは使えまい。
She's about to blow.
まあ、後のことは私に任せて、君は自分の身の安全を。
Yep, you're dead.
あ、弾来た
You're real dead.
いいわ。そんなに言うなら使ってやろうじゃない。アンファン。
There's no holding back now. I have no sympathy for a twisted guy like him.
まさか。
Yeah, you started.
そのまさかよ、この礼儀知らず。フィアトラーク、アイノヤナーゲル、アイノヤスケナツ、アイノヤトヤブレヒン。
I announced to the command spell by the order of the Holy Grail give the law of obedience to this my servant.
待て、正気かマスター。そんなことでレイジを使うやつが。
うるさい
God.
いい？あんたは私のサーバント。なら私の言い分には絶対服従ってもんでしょ。
What? The symbol on my right hand throbs. The three command spells. The essence of the Holy Grail War, the three claims to the servant's unconditional obedience is now used.
考えなすか君は。こんな大雑把なことにレイジを使うなど。
Huh? It's too late now. First of all, I wasn't expecting this either. I hate myself so much I want to die. To go ahead and use the important command spells for something like this. Tsundere. So, leaving the ruined living room behind, we move to my room. In front of me is the servant who should be absolutely obedient for my command spell. He's there, but...
なるほど。君の性質は大体理解したぞ、マスター。
You should have been knew her personality. This is your own fault. How exactly is this absolutely obedient?
念のため尋ねるが、君はレイジがどれほど重要か理解しているのか。
知ってるわよ。サーバントを律する3回きりの命令権でしょ。それが何よ。
いいかね。レイジはサーバントを強制的に行動させるものだ。
Yes.
それは行動を止めるだけでなく、行動を強化させるという意味でもある。
That it does, actually.
例えば、私はここから遠くの場所まで瞬間的には移動できない。だが、レイジで行けと命じれば、それが私と君の魔力で届くことならば可能となる。強制命令権とはそういうことだ。サーバント自身でも制御できない肉体の限界さえ突破させる大魔術の結晶が3つの霊樹なのだ。まあ今では2つに減ってしまったがな。
知ってるわよ、そんなこと。いいじゃない、まだ2つあるんだし。あなたに命じた規則は無駄じゃないんだし。
確かにこれは私の誤算だった。
You think?
霊樹というものは曖昧な命令には効きが弱くなる。
Definitely.
私を守り通せ、この戦いに勝てなどといった広く長く効果が続くものには霊樹の力が弱くなる。効き目は長く続くが苦痛が小さいため逆らえるサーバントも出てくるだろう。逆に次の一撃を死ぬ気で放て、あのグラスだけは壊すなといった単一の命令は絶対で、よほど強力なサーバントでも逆らうのは難しくなる。
Don't break that glass.
さて、ここまでで私が言いたいことがわかるな、マスター。
Yeah, you just wasted a freaking command spell. Is basically what you're saying.
わかるわよ。要するに広く長い命令は意味がないんでしょ。
Kinda, sorta.
効果も戒めも薄いならサーバントは霊樹に逆らって行動できる。 そんな効き目の薄い命令をするなら、絶対的な単一の命令をした方がいい。
Hey, next time you might want to say that quicker so she doesn't just waste Never mind.
そうだ。レイジとはもともと自分たちの能力以上の奇跡を起こすためのもの。それを代用の利く命令などで消費する具は許されない。君の先ほどのレイジはまさにそれだ。私が君に従うかは話し合いで解決できたことだし、仮にレイジを使ったところで全ての言動に絶対服従などレイジが100あっても実現できない。
じゃあ、私のさっきのレイジは無意味ってこと？
通常ならそうなのだがな。どうも君の魔術師としての性能は桁が違ったらしい。
Well, it should have been. I actually wonder how strong that spell would have been had she basically used it at 2 o'clock. Is he happy or unhappy? The servant has a smile on his face as he sighs.
桁が違ったって。もしかして、ちょっとあなた、自分が今どんな状態なのか、正直に話してみなさい。
I have a good feeling, so I asked him boldly.
ああ、誤算というのはそれだ。先ほどの命令では、少しはマスターの意見を尊重しようという程度の心変わりにしかならない。だが、今の私は、君の言葉に強い強制を感じている。君の意見に異を唱えると、そうだな、ランクが一つばかり落ちるようだ。
That is a punishment.
つまり、マスターの意向に逆らうと、体が重くなって動きづらい。
The servant shrugs his shoulders as if to say it's a pain. That means the command spell wasn't meaningless and it worked in my favor. But this guy speaks as sarcastically as always, and it doesn't seem like he's any weaker at all. Though even if he is weakened when going against me, I doubt even 10 of me could take him on.
前言を撤回しよう、マスター。年齢は若いが、君は卓越した魔術師だ。子供と侮り、戦いから遠ざけようとしたのは私の過ちだった。無礼ともども謝ろう。
He adjusts his stance and bows his head politely.
やめてよ。確かに色々言い合ったけど、そんなの喧嘩両成敗っていうか。
そうか。いや、話のわかるマスターで助かった。
なんか切り返し早いわね、あんた。
何？誤算は誤算だったが、嬉しい誤算というやつだったからな。これほどの才能があるのなら、君を戦いに巻き込むことに異論はない。
He seems to be saying he's found a powerful master, so.
じゃあ、レイジュ抜きで私がマスターだって認めるのね。
無論だ。先ほどは召喚されたばかりで馴染んでいなかったが、今では完全に繋がった。魔術師であるのなら、契約による繋がりを感じられるだろう。
契約？
Now that he's mentioned it, my body does feel strange. It feels like the nerves once closed within me are now pointing outwards. And on top of that, part of my magical energy is flowing into the man in front of me. That's what you should have been looking for in the first place.
そっか。サーバントは聖杯に呼ばれるけど、呼ばれたサーバントをこの世に留めるのは、
そう。マスターの力だ。サーバントは、マスターからの魔力提供によって、この世に留まる。魔力提供量は十分だ。経験的に問題はありそうだが、君の能力は飛び抜けている。普通の魔術師ならば、サーバントを召喚した瞬間に意識を失っているだろ だというのに、君は活力に満ちている。先ほどのレイジといい、この魔力量といい、マスターとして君は間違いなく一流だ。
今更褒めたって何も出ないけど。
It says this in the A bit embarrassed, I averted my gaze. I wasn't really expecting this. I don't think anybody was. I'm forcing him to obey with the command spell, but for a servant, a being superior to human, to honestly accept that I'm his master.
で、あなた何のサーバント
？I collect myself and finally get to the point.
見てわからないか？ああ、それは結構。
No, I was just mistaken before. This guy is certainly making fun of me.
わかったわ。これはマスターとしての質問よ。ねえ、あなたセイバーじゃないの？
Obviously not.
残念ながら剣は持っていない。
Lies, you do have a sword. As I suspected. This is natural, though I mistook the time. The summoning circle doesn't work, and even I summoned the servant to the wrong place. It was all too clumsy to call Saber the strongest servant.
ドジったわ。あれだけ宝石を使っておいてセイバーじゃないなんて目も当てられない。
悪かったな、セイバーでなくて。
え？ああ、そりゃ通行のミスだから残念だけど、悪いのは私なんだから。
ああ、どうせアーチャーでは派手さに欠けるだろうよ。
Right. What?
いいだろう。後で今の暴言を悔やませてやる。その時になって謝っても聞かないからな。
I'll make you regret your abuse. Says the one who was abusing her at the first start of this damn thing.
はい？
This is unexpected. The unknown servant seems disappointed by my fixation on Saber.
勘に触った？あっちゃ。
触った。見ていろ。必ず自分が幸運だったと思い知らせてやる。
Archer protests with narrow eyes. The air he carries is offensive, but his behavior seems childlike and pure. What kind of... What? Okay. You know, he might be a pretty good
そう
boy.
ね。それじゃあ必ず私を後悔させて、あーちゃん。そうなったら素直に謝らせてもらうから。
ああ、忘れるなよ、マスター。己が召喚したものがどれほどのものか知って感謝するがいい。もっともその時になって謝られてもこちらの気は晴れんだろうがな。
Stubborn child. Archer grins again. Huh? Maybe he does have a twisted personality after all. Yeah, he's twisted. What is with this back
まあ
and
いいわ。
forth?
それであんた、どこの英霊なのよ。
Archer doesn't answer. His sarcastic tone disappears and he frowns seriously.
アーチャー？マスターである私がサーバントであるあなたに聞いているんだけど。
それは秘密だ。
は？
私がどのようなものだったかは答えられない。なぜかというと、
あのね、つまんない理由だったら怒るわよ。
You already pissed.
それは
Oh, that face again. Archer must be really troubled as he opens his mouth like he'd rather not say anything.
なぜかというと、自分でもわからない。
You dumb da dum 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 da dum dum. Okay. Wait, what was
何
that?
よそれ。あんた私のことバカにしてるわけ？
Yep.
マスターを侮辱するつもりはない。ただ、これは君の不完全な召喚のツケだぞ。どうも、記憶に混乱が見られる。自分が何者であるかわかるのだが、名前や素性がどうも曖昧だ。まあ、さして重要な欠落ではないから、気にすることはないのだが。
In truth, that would be actually worrying.
気にすることはない。気にするわよ、そんなの。あんたがどんな英霊か知らなきゃ、どのくらい強いのかわからないじゃない。
なんだ。そんなことは問題ではなかろう。さまつな問題だよ、それは。
さまつってあんたね、相棒の強さがわからないんじゃ作戦の立てようがないでしょ。そんなんで戦っていけるわけないじゃない。
何を言う。私は君が呼び出したサーバントだ。それが最強でないはずがない。
Straightforwardly, the knight in red looks at me with absolute confidence and trust. My thoughts freeze. There's no dishonesty in Archer's words. He thinks more highly of my power than I do, even though we've only just met. My face is burning. Geez, I'm definitely blushing. Why am I so weak against unexpected things?
もういいか。誰にも正体がわからないってことには変わりはないんだし。
It's the tsundere
敵を
effect.
騙すにはまず味方からって言うし。
I say this to hide my embarrassment looking away from Archer. Well, I can find out later how good a servant he is. For now, I have a higher priority.
わかった。しばらくあなたの正体に関しては不問にしましょう。それじゃあ、じゃあ、最初の仕事だけど。
早速か。好戦的だな、君。それで敵は？
As he's asking, I throw a dustpan and broom in front of him.
下の掃除、お願い。あんたが散らかしたんだから、責任持ってきれいにしといてね。
He stands there blankly for 10 seconds. After recovering his thoughts, he grabs the broom, ready to make an objection.
待て。君はサーバントを何だと思っている？
A servant?
使い魔でしょ？ちょっと生意気で扱いに困るけど。
Archer swallows his words. I don't intend to take back my words, and I do have a trump card.
意義あり。そのような命令は
いいの？これマスターとしての命令よ。マスターの方針に逆らったら体が重くなるんだっけ？まあ、あなたはその程度じゃどうってことないだろうけど、そのペナルティは今を掃除するまで続くのよ。そんな状態で明日から戦っていくのは危ないんじゃない？
Dumbass. He groans for a few seconds, clenching the broom. The servant in red coat in the red coat, Archer closes his eyes in dismay.
了解した。地獄に落ちろ、マスター。
He acknowledges my request gracefully. Well, it's getting late, so I should rest for tonight. I can decide about how to treat him after I wake up. The day of fate comes to a close. No, this night is the start of fate. There are 6, including myself now. Once the last one summons a servant, the 7th one, who is not yet a master, this Holy Grail war will commence. It's not far ahead. The battle I've waited 10 years for is about to commence.
Where have you been? Been searching all along.